Hey there everyone, welcome back to the channel. We may not have had any Fae news drop yet, but I'm keeping an eye out just in case. But we did have a Dragalia Digest that dropped, and it was only like 8.5 minutes, roughly. And I thought, oh, well, it can't possibly have that much information, right? Nope. Nina had not brought the intel, man. I'm here to tell you. So we're going to go through it pretty briefly. It's not a whole lot of stuff that requires a lot of explanation, but I at least wanted to give you guys some thought on that. And by the way, before we get into it, I put a poll out in the community tab, and a lot of you guys were like, we want to hear your thoughts on the digest, but we don't want you missing out on family time. It's Christmas Eve. Brian, don't work, you idiot. You didn't call me an idiot. That's just me paraphrasing. But FYI, I did have family time last weekend. It was parents' weekend at my sister's. So Jen and I have had our family time for the most part. And I know we have Fae banners dropping tomorrow. Hero Tracker will be out tomorrow. Summon will be the day after that, whatever day that is. Wednesday, Thursday, I don't know. But yes, I do appreciate you guys telling me, like, don't just relax. But we're good. Don't worry. Listen, if I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't have done it anyway. I just wanted to make sure I was doing something that you guys wanted. Anyway, thank you for being concerned about me. That is very heartwarming and touching. Now then, let's get into this. Let's see what we've got here. First of all, Nina. God, I love her. All right. So, the Agito Uprising. I think it's Agito. This is one of those things that we saw back from, I think it was the anniversary. It was the same digest where they talked about the Mega Man. And this is one of the new next level bosses that we were going to see crop up on us. And this event is going to be coming on Christmas night. Yikes. Or I guess technically the day after Christmas, very early morning for me, because I'm on the East Coast. I'm not Pacific time. I am Eastern time. And I guess we'll just see what happens with that. You have, for what it's worth, you have to clear Chapter 10, 6-3 on normal. I don't know that that gives a heavy indication as to how hard it actually is of an event. But I do know that we are looking at 6-star weapon crafting ability from stuff that gets dropped in this event. So I would be willing to bet that it's not exactly for the faint of heart, but we will see what happens, I guess, if nothing else. So there you go. For what that's worth, it is going to be a win-based event, so make sure that you have a fire team ready. Don't go into pubs with this water nonsense. That is not going to get you any friends online, let me tell you. But, you know, we do have a mana, a next level mana tier unlock happening. And that's another thing that we heard about in that same Dragalia Digest. And again, I think it was the anniversary one just a couple months ago. Luckily for me, I accidentally went max unbind on my Ezzy. Because I thought it was the Valentine's Virgin, and I was desperately trying to clear Mercurial Gauntlet, but I didn't, and I mubbed the wrong version, and now I just was filled with deep regret over the amount of Eldwater that I wasted, but not anymore, because Ezzy might be awesome again. Naveed, same thing. Naveed just didn't age all that well. Cassandra literally just got in the game. Don't know what that's about. maybe they're trying to like make it so you don't need Glio for everything, but you know, Glio is queen. What can I say? Then we've also got some 4-stars. So Botan, she's a really good free-to-play unit to use if you haven't used her yet. The Prince, you know, again, he's got some XP boosting stuff that you might want to take a look at. He's not bad. Xania, who is a personal fave of mine. Super glad she's getting it as well. I'm still kind of holding out for a couple other favorites. that I won't mention in this video yet. But if it happens, I will definitely freak out, and you will know it. Yeah. She is a water unit, and she is a she. I will leave it at that. Let me know in the comments who you think it is. So the prize showcase is coming up. This is running from, again, that Christmas night, day after update. And that's through the end of the year. So these are going to be some extra stuff that we get when we summon, I guess, which is different. They've not done that before, to my knowledge. I don't think they've done that before. Been playing since day 0. I don't think they've done this before. So, you know, no matter what you summon, you will always get some of these extra stuff thrown in, which is always kind of nice. And that is a 10-fold and up guaranteed for a bronze. But we're also getting a bunch of free 10-folds happening as well. And again, this is all in that update period. So we'll be able to summon up to 80 times for free. So that's 10 folds daily. So for 8 days, you get a 10-fold for free, which is super duper fantastic. So you're going to get items, you're going to get free summons, whatever comes from that. We also have, I guess this is like, I feel like this would have played better as a spring cleaning kind of thing, but it's not. So, you know, for what that is, Cleo is in housekeeping outfit, I guess. So that's kind of cool. Sweeping retrospective. So this is another event that's taking place after Christmas up until New Year's Eve. And you're going to get rupees and materials for limited quests. And I assume that just means that you're going to be doing your everyday normal quests. There won't necessarily be special maps. You'll just get extra clear rewards for those quests. We've also got lucky letters that are happening as well. And these you can get from login bonuses and also limited time endeavors, it says. So again, more questing to be done. So each lucky letter you will get a reward from first reward to 7th reward. If you collect 10 lucky letters, one of the 10 will be guaranteed to get you a 4th reward or better. And that jumps back to some other things that we were just looking at. So these, I guess, are kind of cool. They're really pushing items. And I guess that's why Nina was there. I guess that makes a lot more sense now. In the aftermath, I'm rethinking it. It makes sense to have the shopkeeper present for all this stuff. And then we got a look at our New Year's tiding, Clawful Caper. So this is the New Year's event. If you weren't around for it last year, this is going to be our New Year's event this year, and it's featuring these peeps, which I'm already excited for. Yeah. I have no other comment other than my Weird Mind is not safe, and that makes me tragically sad. But that is what it is. So that's who we've got. Again, we don't have hard specifics on these guys just yet. I imagine there's going to be a couple 4-stars in here. So I'm thinking it's probably 2 4-star adventurers, 2 5-stars, and then a 5-star dragon. Is what we're looking at for this particular one. And I think it's the Year of the Rat. Is it the Year of the Rat this year? Because if you notice, there's a little mouse friend hanging out with our dragon in the middle there. So I think it's the Year of the Rat. I think. Don't quote me, but I think that's what it is. A quick Google would confirm, but we ain't got time for that. So we had another look. We had a look at the New Year's event that's happening as well. Very similar to last year. It's if you've not done it, if you find raid events to be intimidating, if you're a new player or whatever, don't be. All right, like this is not something that you should be terribly concerned about. It looks like it's going to be a light-based heavy event, which there is an abundance of light-based characters that can carry. Friends, I will hard carry as much as I can for you. I have so many freaking light units that are like topped off over here. I don't have the high dragon weapons yet. I need to focus on that. But for what it's worth, the New Year's raid event is really just about like the more you grind, the more stuff you will get. And it's my personal favorite version of whatever this event is, what these raids are. they're not frustrating. It's just about timing. A lot of the times you'll be OP'd in pubs, and you know you'll get less rewards because you don't get the tail here that you see. So listen, if you're nervous or whatever, if you feel like you're just gonna get noped, although we don't have the nope sticker anymore, if you feel like we're gonna get really right out of the chat, but don't be. It's not that big a deal. So we do have some special bonuses as well, and I think these are going to be logins. These look like login events, yes. So for 10 days, we're going to get extra login stuffs that are happening, kind of like the one that we just had for Dragon Yule. So day 1, you get a tenfold. Not that you'll be needing it too terribly much. What with the free daily tenfolds and such. Although will that count for this? There might be like a day or two overlap. I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know when that's happening. Stay tuned. We might see a little later on here. But for what it's worth, if you log in, if you don't grind out the game like I do every day, totally fine. You just get some free stuff just for tapping on your screen. There are some pay-to-play party packs coming in. They call them New Year's party packs. That's not what I call them. But the weapon unbind pack seems pretty enticing, if I do say so. Anything weapon unbind is super handy. I am a fan of the ingots, and I will... I might partake. I haven't quite decided yet. By the way, these are like nope. These guys are likely to be slightly more premium priced. I think these maybe not as much. We'll have to see. Typically, they have like a slightly more expensive pack, and then they have a slightly less expensive pack, and a couple within those two versions. So, for what that's worth. There you go. This is what it is. I don't know that I'd worry about it. This game's pretty free-to-play friendly, to be honest. Platinum Showcase is coming. So it's starting on New Year's Eve, for what that's worth. For me, for you West Coasters, it'll be the eve of New Year's Eve that'll be happening. And it looks like, if I had to take a guess, just a shot in the dark, these 3 featured here are likely to be the 5-star units. So the dragon and our 2 characters here. So there you go. There will be 1 Platinum Showcase that guarantees a 5-star adventurer and 1 that guarantees a 5-star dragon. These, of course, you have to use Diamantium to summon on. They are not Weirmite. They are Diamantium. So hey, if you want a guaranteed fiver, maybe some of these packs are for you. Who knows? For what it's worth. Any of the... Oh, what are we looking at? The Weapon Unbind Special and the Dragon Unbind Special. If you purchase one of those, it will give you enough Diamantium to then go and do this Platinum Showcase. You need 1,200 Diamantium or a tenfold to do that, I think. Unless they are more expensive. But I'm pretty sure it's just the cost of a tenfold in Diamantium. So, for what that's worth... Maybe it's worth it to you. I don't know. I'm not your dad. I can't tell you what to do. So we have some newer updates coming. This was also in the digest. More updates. More. You'll be able to change teams when selecting co-op rooms. That's pretty dope. Super annoying to have to go into solo and then switch teams around and then back out and then go back into co-op. Just because I grind with the Rupee Dragons doesn't mean that I want to use them in co-op rooms, because then everybody's like, oh god, who is this noob? No, get him out of here. Shop layouts will be adjusting. Again, another reason why I think neither was on there. Expert difficulty in Void battles. So expert difficulty is something that void battles were kind of missing. They have become pretty darn easy. I am looking forward to possibly better rate drops in the near future. But I don't know. There's really not a big reason for me to personally touch void battles at this point. I have all the hearts that I need for weapons and stuff. It's just the high dragons, man. Pubs, why you gotta be so frustrating? Anyway, it's a whole different video. You'll be able to use the repeat feature in facility events. Thank you, God. That was another one where it's like, particularly with this year's Dragon Yule, I had literally no problem clearing it. I had Gala Ellie very early on, ended up getting Gala Cleo at some point, and so, not Gala Cleo, sorry, Christmas Cleo, Winter Cleo, Dragon Yule Cleo. My water team just became exponentially much better, like overnight, and it was annoying just having to keep tapping repeat every time. So that's a nice little quality of life adjustment that we're getting. These are going to be a present that we're just going to be getting, I think. And I believe it's happening tomorrow. Not 100% sure. It's a Dragon Yule. Tomorrow is Dragon Yule. So I think that's when it's happening. But the Champion's Testaments are very nice. The Eldwater is extremely nice. And the Wyrmite 500 doesn't do a whole lot. But it's, you know, it's Wyrmite. It's free stuff. What, are you going to complain? No. You're going to take it. You're going to stash it away for Zethia, who will never be in the game. Anyway. Moving on to the last mind-blowing thing that we kind of had out of nowhere. Everybody was like, with what's been happening with the Fae Twitter as of late. Everybody kind of thought, like, oh, like maybe they're gonna redo the Dragalia event, like maybe that's gonna happen. No, they came in and dropped freaking Monster Hunter. That's happening at the end of January. So when I saw this, I literally like shut. I was like, what? To the point where Jenna was probably like, is he okay? She did not check on me, for the record. Something could have been drastically wrong with me, and my wife did not check on me. Just throwing that out there. So we do have a new crossover event coming up, and it will be featuring Rathalos, which is pretty freaking cool. From Smash to Dragalia, can't be stopped. So it seems as though that this is going to be similar to the Mega Man event. It's not going to be like the Fae crossover where you had to summon. It just seems like as long as you boost enough friendship points, you get to add Rathalos to your team. I'm assuming he's just a dragon. Seems pretty weird that he would transform into a human when he's already a dragon. So I think that's just kind of what that's gonna be. Get a free dragon, get a cool crossover event. I like that I don't have to summon on anything and have deep regret that I missed out on a limited time event that will never probably happen again. So, you know, for what that's worth, pretty excited. And then the Slumber Shot. I don't think this actually does anything. It's just a fun little mini game that you get to do for not. This is coming back. We had this last year at some point. I want to say it was right around New Year's as well. But you know, it's a fun little mini game. Nice little classic arcade style shooter type situation. So there you go, friends. That is your Dragalia Digest in a nutshell. How exciting is that? I am floored at the amount of information that was actually in this thing. And I got a text message. Jenna just texted me, I wanted to check on you, but I didn't know if you were recording. I wasn't. But I'm glad that I was at least in her thoughts. I must be loud when I record. Anyway, I am recording now. So this was Dragalia Digest. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Are you excited? Are you not excited? How hype is that crossover that we're getting at the end of January with Monster Hunter? I'm pretty excited. Things are great. I love Nina, and Christmas makes everything cute. Those are my thoughts. Hey, listen, if you're here for Fae stuff, we got a lot of that coming tomorrow and the day after. And then I've also got 2 special fave videos planned. So let's break this down. So tomorrow will be our hero tracker. The day after, which I think is Thursday, we'll have a what is that? Silica, Legendary Silica Summon event. And then between then and New Year's, we're going to have 2 special fave videos coming out. One with stats and one with kind of a top 10 type situation type thing. So if you like Fire Emblem Heroes and you want to see more, be sure to subscribe if you're not already. Guys, we absolutely killed the 4K goal. So in less than a year, we doubled the size of this channel, which is freaking amazing. So thank you guys so much for that. All the winners for the contest have been chosen. I got you, fam. I see you. I'm going to get those out to you probably on Thursday morning. So they should get to you by New Year's, I'm hoping. And that's it. That's all I've got. Subscribe if you want. I hope you have a fantastic Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate, however you choose to celebrate it. I hope it's awesome. And if you're not doing anything, I will have videos for like the next 4 days. So feel free to come on back and spend your time with me. Or at least a version of me in your screen. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you next time.